Have you been studying Arabic for years? You can understand shows, conversations, podcasts, everything, but when it's your turn to speak, you freeze. You forget words, you mix dialects, and sometimes you realize that you knew the word you were trying to say. If this sounds familiar, you are not alone. And there is a reason for it. Let's talk about why this happens and what to do to try to fix it. Welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time here, my name is Elhan and I'm a language interpreter and children's author. This video idea came from a comment I received. That's why when I say please comment in the comment section below, you never know. Your question might turn into a video and it might help many others who might have similar challenges as you do. This topic is more common than we think among Arabic learners. You might feel totally confident listening to Arabic, especially in a dialect you've studied for a long time. But when it comes to speaking, things fall apart. You mix up dialects, you forget words mid-sentence, you try to express something and suddenly blank. And the worst part, later that day, the word that you were trying to say pops into your head and you realize, I knew that already. And if someone brings up a topic that you've never practiced talking about, let's say politics or science, you feel totally lost. So why does this happen? Let me break it down for you. When you're listening, you're using what's called passive recall. Your brain recognizes the words and understands the meanings. It's like multiple choice. You can pick the answer when you hear it. But speaking is active recall. Now it's your job to pull the word out, form the sentence, and say it on the spot. That's a whole different skill. Also, if you've been exposed to several dialects, let's say you watch Egyptian shows, but you speak Syrian, your brain gets overwhelmed trying to pick the right version of the word at the moment that you need it. And finally, if you haven't practiced talking about a specific topic, let's say politics, then your vocabulary isn't ready yet for the moment that you need it at. So now you might ask me, okay, what can I do about it? These are all the challenges I'm facing. It feels exactly me. What can I do about it? Let me give you some practical things you can start doing right now. Shadowing. Shadowing is a technique that we interpreters also use when we are practicing our interpreting. What does that mean? For you, the language learner, it means listening to the native speaker and immediately repeat what they are exactly saying word for word in real time. This builds fluency like crazy. You can either practice it with friends being around you and you telling them that you want to do this. It might be challenging for them if they are trying to speak and you're speaking right after them. So maybe the other option would be easier, which is picking a show that you like or a podcast that you like and repeating what you're hearing word for word as it's being spoken by the other side. The next tip that I have for you is daily speaking. Choose a topic every single day and just for 1 minute, talk about it nonstop. It can be as simple as talking about your morning routine, your breakfast, your favorite meal, or a little bit complicated like science, arts, history, whatever. Choose something every day and just practice speaking for 1 minute. The third tip might not be everyone's favorite, but try it even if it's not. It's recording yourself. Why does that help? Because once you hear your own voice in Arabic, especially you who are comfortable understanding Arabic, you'll be able to pick up on any wrong things that you say or any mistakes, any flaws, and you'll be able to improve them with time. One other thing you can do after you record yourself, if you're comfortable, is ask a friend or a teacher or someone who can help you to listen to that recording with you and tell you how you could say things better. Sometimes we're not comfortable if someone keeps on correcting us as we're speaking. But if we have a recording, especially if it's short, maybe when you're already speaking your 1 minute daily speaking, you can record yourself and then tell a friend, I just have this 1 minute recording. Can you please listen to it and let me know if there is anything that I've said that I could say better? And most Arab speakers feel very happy to help you with that. The next tip is picking a specific topic that has its own specific vocabulary and choosing to learn 10 to 20 new vocabulary about this particular subject. Then practicing using these vocabulary in different sentences. Once the conversation is over and you leave your friends, let's say, or the classroom, dedicate a few minutes to sit and reflect. Sometimes we do that naturally as we're doing other things, but how about dedicating a few minutes sitting and thinking about what we wanted to say but couldn't? And then doing a quick research, writing it down somewhere, and going through it more than once so that we're ready for next time maybe. And maybe that topic never comes up again, but we have added to our own vocabulary. And the last tip that I have for you is choosing one dialect. Yes, I know Arabic has many dialects, and it's really good to be able to understand a lot of them. But when it comes to speaking, especially that you are a new learner, choose one dialect at first. Enjoy understanding the rest of the dialects, but when it comes to speaking, stick to one dialect for now. Speaking from experience, when I lived in Tunisia for 1 year and I started speaking Tunisian, I had to put some effort to be able to talk in the dialects that I was used to. As I always say, my native Arabic dialect is the Qatari dialect, but I still had to really think and put an effort into speaking it. Why? Because for an entire year, I had practiced just Tunisian dialect. And I could easily say that I had mastered it to a great extent that people stopped asking me the last few months of my stay there where I was from because they just assumed that I was Tunisian. So if you focus on one dialect, give yourself about 6 months to 9 months, and you'll see that you're going to be so fluent in it despite hearing other dialects. However, I would also suggest, now that you are in this stage, to even focus on listening more to this particular dialect that you're going to choose. And then after you're confident speaking it, expose yourself to more dialects, understand them, feel confident around them, but stick to your one dialect. I would also like to point out to something that I've talked about in one of my previous videos. Once you are comfortable with your one dialect and you understand many more dialects, if you come across a person who does not understand your dialect, then you can try to mix and pick and choose from other dialects so that you'd make it or turn it into a white dialect. Make sure you watch that video so that the person in front of you would understand you. But that's for later on. Do not start with this right now. I'm just giving you a picture of the possible road ahead of you. To recap things, if you find yourself mixing up dialects, freezing when you want to say something, your brain going blank, you are not alone. You are not failing. This means that you are this close to a breakthrough. Your brain already knows so much Arabic. It just needs a little more push to have that Arabic available for you when you need it. And trust me, you will get there. I would highly appreciate it if you share your experience in the comments section below. You never know, your comment might be the next video. If you are going through this right now, share your experience. If you used to have this problem, but it's behind you right now, I would love to hear what you've done to help you with that. If you found this video helpful, please share, like, subscribe, and see you next time.